Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Good, good. I'm just about ready for this season of Big Brother to be done. Whew, I mean, I love Big Brother, but enough.
I
Let's
feel
get
you.
done.
I feel you.
Oh my gosh. So hello everybody. Before we get started, go ahead and like, comment, and well, not comment yet, but like and subscribe to the channel because we get ready to talk that stuff, Big Brother. We have the finale on tomorrow, but we'll talk about things leading up to the finale. So I think the last we talked, I don't know if Sabrina was quite going yet, but it was pretty clear that she was going to be leaving us, and she did. And Bowie ended up being the HOH for Final Four. And so of course she would have had, because there's four people left in the house: Matt, Jag, Bowie, and Felicia. And so we knew Felicia was going to be on the block. But like, who else is she going to put between Jag and Matt? Now we figured she would put Matt because her and Jag had this final two thing going, and she ended up putting Matt on the block. Now the way they did it, they didn't show this on the show, but well, they did show it on the show, but they came up with like a plan. Which anyway, I mean, if Matt had any, if he thought it through at all, it would have been kind of obvious. But basically, they like pick a number between 1 and 100, and then we'll pick one, and then you see which one is closest to your number. And I thought they said go at the same time. And Matt said his number fast, and then Jack was like 73. Anyway, so Matt and Felicia were on the block. Now I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
What are the alliances left in the house? What's the name of them? Exactly.
This is all I know. Minutemen, and
I said all that. Actually, this is for the Mafia.
Oh, the Mafia. Oh,
And
okay. So
Minutemen
Mafia and Minutemen. Okay.
or something like that with a watch. The whole point of that question was these alliances are not memorable, but I think they have like the most strategic and big, like they're going to be the big, the cookouts. People are going to be saying these names. Hopefully somebody lets them know that the Minutemen is the worst name they could ever come up with, and Mafia is so unoriginal. But in any case, they did a jury segment with Sari, and of course, they were showing who won and how she ended up being there, and from there, it actually, I think Cameron was the only one that was like, man, Jag's playing an amazing game, and everybody else seems to be leaning toward Matt. Now, Sari said something interesting because he was like, Jag, I think he's broken the record now, right? At HO, of wins. And she was just like, you know what? I would be giving him some credit if he wasn't playing against two senior citizens, an airhead and an idiot.
Now the question is, which one is the airhead and which one was the idiot?
I know.
Because neither one was flattering.
I know. I'm thinking the airhead is Matt and the idiot is Boy Jane. Because I don't see Matt as an idiot. I do see him kind of airheady though. Like, yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, we'll have to have Sari explain that herself. But she claims somebody said the Jag juice. Everybody's under the Jag juice. And I will say that they do seem to be under the Jag juice. Taylor made an appearance on the episode on Sunday and, gave some updates. She's doing like Entertainment Tonight. Her and
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I think I saw her. I thought she was how sometimes like they'll just have somebody do something. So I think I saw her do one thing, and I don't watch Entertainment Tonight like that, but I didn't realize she was like a regular. So good for her. I'm glad she, put that into something. Her and what was it, Jailer or whatever? They're not together anymore. I don't know if they were really a thing. Seemed like they were kind of playing it up after the show so people can follow them. I don't know, but they asked a question: what was the best move and the worst move of the season? So I'm going to ask you, what do you think the best move of the season was?
The best move of the season?
Yeah,
this season was so freaking boring. I can't say what the best move was. I mean, it was so, I don't know. It was like strategy light. No matter how they try to spin it, it was strategy light.
Yeah.
I will say Sari keeping her relationship with her son under wraps was probably the biggest strategic thing that could have happened.
Yeah, I guess I can agree with that because yeah, that is I didn't even think about that. I think she said getting rid of Riley was the best move because Matt
was under her spell.
Yeah, and he's like literally she's still under her spell. But when I thought about it, I think getting rid of Cameron was a good move because it would have either been him or Jag running away with the game. Like, because basically before Jag, Cameron was winning everything. And so getting rid of him at least gave people a step forward. You don't think so?
So here's the thing with that though. Cameron didn't really have anybody behind him. That was the thing. Like he was an island unto himself. Like nobody was willing to extend themselves. They were willing to use him, but to work with him, nobody was willing to work with him.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. I was really trying to think. I think because the season was like, and so that came to mind. I was like, well, maybe get rid of Cameron. What about the worst move? The worst move of the season?
I'm trying to think. Okay, so who got rid of Corey? Like ultimately, who got rid of
the double HOH? I mean, double
eviction.
Yeah, double eviction. Was that when he went? And I think it was.
I just want it would depend on who the HOH was.
I think it was Boy Jane that got rid of him in the. Was it the first double eviction?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. That's how the season was. Lord, we said. But I will say,
like if it had been like Cirie was never HOH. But if it had been somebody who was more aligned with Cirie and Felicia, then and they got rid of Cameron, that would have been the worst move of the game. But since I can't remember, I'm going to assume it was like Matt or Jag. Well, not Matt. Maybe it was Jag or.
Because I can't remember. I can't remember if it was. I think it was a blindside, but I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think it was a double eviction. I think it was a blindside. And I can't remember who the HOH was. Probably Jag. Now that I think about it, I don't know because he was the most.
Well, okay, so then let me amend what I said. If it was Jag, that was probably the best move for his game, getting rid of Corey.
Yeah, if it was Jag, I can't remember. But I guess when I'm thinking of the worst moves, she said getting rid of Hisam was one of the worst moves, and
that was so early in the game, though.
That's I don't feel like it was the worst move, but I do think it was a bad move for them. He was very annoying. He was very he was getting on my nerves, but he was on. Well, it depends on who was playing, but he was on like Sarita's side, so he was loyal. He was just irritating, and so they could have kept him around to get people out until they need to get him out. But that's what she said. When I think about it, maybe the worst move, honestly, was for Corey to be in a
showmance.
America, a showmance. Yeah, actually for both of them, because it did not actually help their game at all. You know, sometimes the showmances are like, okay, we can work together and strategically do this kind of stuff. I think America had a good read on the game. Corey kind of checked out. He was checking in and out, but I think they would have been stronger players without the other. But anyway, so they do the veto comp.
If nothing else, the target on their back would have been a lot smaller.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely America's. I think Corey, some people still had like a little target, but he may have been able to maneuver a little better.
He was just talking to the wrong people, Blue, and she was just going back. And that was a bad move on her part.
That's true.
Just her mouth. Her mouth was, in some respects, good, but mostly bad. It was just bad. Like she couldn't control herself. She could have gone a long way, as I think about it.
I think so, because she had a decent read on the game because she was a fan. She was a super fan, so she knows like, okay, this is who we need to get rid of. But she didn't have enough alliances with people to convince people to come along with her or see the light. Or if Jag was, like, let's get Jag on the block, let's get him out of here. Because even if he was on the block, she didn't have enough pull to get him out, in most cases. So anyway, they had the veto comp, and this was one where it was fairly even as far as it wasn't purely physical. Of course, if you could run back and forth and do the numbers and the pictures faster, then yes. But if you knew like the order of the pictures and the days really well, you could get it done like in one try. But they did have some tricky ones, I guess they said, with like, because most of the people remember, okay, HOHs and vetoes and things like that. But they threw in stuff like, when did Corey wear this pink outfit, or when was Red's birthday?
Which, by the way, thank you for that. Thank you for doing something different.
Yeah, that's probably the first thing they've done different. Because somebody mentioned it. It might have been on one of the
Rob has a podcast.
Yeah, that they extended the season, but they didn't do much variety in the competition. So like every HOH that Boy won was basically the same type of HOH, where you look at a picture and guess A, B, or C or whatever. Or
and then if you think about it, she really won because she guessed the right numbers.
Yeah, she guessed closer. Yeah, because it was never like a straight up win. But in any case, I will say Jag, he won this one, and I can't say like, oh, you won this because you were a physical threat. Like he won this one fair and square, so I will give him that. And he made the final decision on who to evict, and he evicted Mama Felicia. So she is Felicia.
I really want him to evict Matt, though.
Me too. And what they didn't show, they made it seem like Felicia was trying to convince him to get Matt out, and he was really like thinking about it kind of. But he actually was going to evict Matt. Like it was actually a decision. Him and Boy Jane had talked it out, and he was going to do it. And then I think when he went to talk to Matt about it, somehow Matt got to him on like an emotional level, where it's kind of like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And so he didn't. And Felicia, when she went out the door, she said that he may just have given away $750,000. And I think he did, because what Jag didn't do is he did not manage that jury well at all. So
did anybody though? Was anybody trying to manage the jury?
I don't think actively managing, but I feel like Matt has people like him more. And like, I don't think people feel as burned by Matt. And the only person that should really is Cirie. And I think
but she's not going to vote for Jag.
Yeah, she's not going to vote for Jag. She's not going to vote for Boy Jane. So she has like the win over the three. So that was interesting. So spoiler alert. Well, I think that goes on tonight's episode. The final HOH winner was Matt. And so he automatically goes to the final HOH part 3. He won part 1. So Jag and Boy Jane played in part 2, and Jag won part 2. So it will be Matt and Jag competing for the final HOH on tomorrow. Now, from what I'm hearing, initially Jag was with Boy Jane and was like, look, I'm taking you to the final 2. You taking me. They, it seemed like he was serious about it. And now it seems like him and Matt are kind of like, Minutemen, we're doing it. We're going to the final 2. And with Boy Jane, instead of like playing both sides, like, oh yeah, Boy Jane, I'm taking you. And Matt, I'm taking you too. He's kind of like playing kind of coy with Boy Jane, and she freaking out or whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's almost like he ain't saying like, no, I'm not taking you, Boy Jane. But she was like, is the deal still on? And he was like, I don't know. I'm just so tight. That type of thing. It's not like the way it really was. And so
God, he's awful. He's
that's the
awful.
thing. And okay, what I will say, what we like about players, if you're gonna be a good player and be ruthless, be ruthless. Don't be like scared to make a move. Yeah. Like make your move and stand on it. It's just kind of like, I don't know. And I even thought about it. I was just like, man, with Felicia gone, we don't even have no more entertaining diaries. The last three, like, they're giving nothing. They give nothing. But okay, what are your thoughts on the final three? Let me see. I can ask this. Okay. Just in general, what are your thoughts on the final three? We'll start with Boy Jane. Your thoughts on how she played the game, if you think she could win, that type of thing, and for all of them.
Nobody respects Boy Jane.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to win.
Okay.
At best, she's hoping for second place. At best.
I think she's actually playing for second place. And she hasn't, she has an argument. Okay, look, I never was on the block, so she has that argument. She also has an argument if she won 3 HOHs. So she does have that as far as some type of argument, but it's not strong enough to convince people in the jury to get her to win. And although they don't like Jag, if her and Boy Jane are on the block, they're going to vote Jag.
I would vote for Jag in a second.
Yeah,
in a second. Over Boy Jane? Come on.
Yeah. So she's not going to win.
I will say this. Just episode 1, mm-hmm. I remember saying, I like Jag. I did. I think
we liked Jag at the beginning. And it's almost like when he got the power, he got an ego, and they didn't show it as much on the episodes, but you can kind of hear it a little bit in the diaries. Like, I carried these people. I carried Matt through the game, or you are this far because of me. That type
to a certain extent, though, he did. To a certain extent, he did. Like after Matt saved him. To a certain extent,
I don't think he carried Matt through the game, though. But I think, at the end, he could have.
I think what he meant was he was schooling Matt about the game itself. Because remember, Matt didn't know much about Big Brother. He knew a little, but not a whole lot. So I think behind the scenes, he was schooling him. Hey, look, if this happens, then this is going to happen. And then there were a couple times where he kind of bullied Matt into certain decisions.
I do think Matt was very. I guess he was under the Jag juice. Like he could convince him of things. Like he was easily convinced by Jag to do things. But I don't think he. Maybe I never saw him like schooling him. Like he may have said something, but not any type of strategic schooling. I didn't see.
Not necessarily strategic, but like, hey, this is how the game goes.
Okay, maybe. Okay, so Boy Jane. I guess we kind of talked about. When do we have it? Let's talk about Matt. Do you? Okay.
I want Matt to win. Yes. I do not think that his speech is going to be all that great because I might not understand most of it. I'm just being honest.
I can understand you, Matt. Oh my God.
When Matt started talking fast, what?
No, I will say that he can't give a convincing speech. Like I feel like of the three, he's not the one to sell himself the best. But he has a lot to sell because he did have of the three definitely the best social game because I think people left.
He did, and I think depending on what he says, he could say, "Look, I tried to save you. I was working with Jag, but Jag wanted this, Jag wanted that, and I carried you for as long as I possibly could." And I think they would be willing to believe him in that moment, especially if he goes after Jag. If Jag goes first, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. I was just making a face, but I was going to say I don't even think he needs to. Because I think everybody's so mad at Jag, they're not going to ask. I don't think they're going to ask Matt. They may ask him like, "What was your biggest move? What was your strategic thing, or whatever?" But I don't think
his biggest move was saving Jag. It really was.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess so because Jag won all those competitions, and because they were aligned, he was technically safe the last half of the game. Mm-hmm. So, so that is true. But yeah, Jag was just awful with the jury management because he had played the jury better, and yeah, but yeah, Jag. I feel like anybody with Matt, he loses. With Boy, he wins. Matt's gonna win either way with Boy Jane or Jag, I think. And Boy Jane loses whoever she's up against. Yeah. Which is
what so I'm mad at Jag because he's even thinking about keeping Matt. That's foolish.
Yeah. And I don't know I honestly think he underestimates Matt's jury. The people in the jury. I think he thinks that they're gonna allow him to win because he won
so many competitions. Okay, so if Felicia is coming to him, who knows that she's about to go out, right? Mm-hmm. He knows this. And she's basically saying, "Say, dude, this is the situation. Yeah, you won, but everybody likes Matt."
Yeah.
She's basically telling you, ain't nobody voting for you.
Yeah. And I think they didn't show it on the show, but somebody told him going out the door something similar to that, like, Matt's going to beat you because people like Matt.
America.
Okay. And so I think that's why he was considering taking Matt out. And he had that final two with Boy Jane because he thought at that point, look, I may not be able to beat Matt in the final two. And so I don't know, hopefully, because it is a thing to weigh. Like, okay, do I play for being a loyal person or do I play for myself to win, like the best path forward?
So he got on the show because he wanted to win $750,000. Mm-hmm. That's why he got on the show. Yes, that is your friend. Guess what? You can win $750,000. And if he's your friend, y'all can hang out.
Right.
You pay for it.
I got the drinks.
You know what I'm saying?
I even take on a triple too. But yeah, you got to play at this point. You play to win. And I also think for Bowie Jane, whole thing, she definitely was the idiot that Sari was talking about. Because
you settled
you
on.
had,
He's the idiot.
I know she was loyal to Jag, but if you're trying to win $750,000, your key is I got out Jag. I got out the biggest comp threat in the game. And then at this point, you can beat Felicia and Sari in competitions. Maybe not Matt, but you beat them a couple of times. So I mean, I feel like her, she would have done slightly better. However, with the people that were left in the game after Jag, like if it was her and Matt, she still was gonna lose. If it was her and Sari, her and Felicia,
yeah, but
I feel like she lost against anybody.
What if she in their most recent competition when they were all trying to place the pictures and the numbers together, what if she was the one who had won, right?
With the current way was
like if Jag was out and it was Matt, Sari, and Felicia left. Sari and Felicia, no, not gonna happen. They weren't gonna win. What if she beat Matt and she then became the HOH? There's something to be said. Like she could have gotten Matt out at that particular point in time.
Yeah.
Right.
And she had a strong argument. Like that would have been at least okay. She could say my strategy was to actually lay low and evaluate and see who the threats were, and listen, kind of be a little fly on the wall in these competitions. Like she could have played the story up to make it seem like she was strategic, and then I came with the guns blazing at the end.
Yeah, and everyone would have respected her for it, especially because she had 3 HOHs under her belt.
Never on the block. Like I literally laid low, and nobody knew what kind of threat I was. But anyway, that's not going to happen. So,
who is your most disappointing, not contested, Big Brother player this season? I have her name in my head.
Okay, I would say Mimi because
mine too.
Oh, well, the reason I say that is because I feel like she had a decent read on the house. Of course, she never had power to wield it or whatever, but she didn't I don't know. It's like she didn't use her thought process, and it's like she started playing like the day before she went out the door.
She was too loyal. Well,
that's true. Yeah, because she also didn't. To me, okay, you can be loyal, but okay, I got you over here, but I'm also talking to these other people because who knows? Who knows?
And another part to her particular game was, okay, so not a lot of people were thinking about her, yada, 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 yada. However, they weren't thinking about her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a good place to be in either. Right. She wouldn't, the way that people treat Bowie Jane, they would not have treated her in that way.
Right.
They just wouldn't have. And so she would have had much more clout going into this particular situation. Like, let's just say Bowie Jane was out of the game and it was Mimi. Everybody would be behind Mimi right now.
Yeah.
They would want her to win.
That's true. So yeah, and I think I saw a clip on Twitter with her and Hisam, and they were saying their biggest regret is not working together. Of course, hindsight is 2020, but they should have worked together more in the game, is what they said. But of course, it's easy to say that stuff now that you're out of the house. But did you vote for America's favorite player?
No, I do not vote.
Go out and vote. You don't ever vote?
I haven't voted in years.
Oh, I voted. I think I voted last year for Taylor, and I voted this year for Sari. I thought you could vote every day, but you could just vote. I guess
I thought it was like 10 times or something like that.
You can vote 10 times, but per email address, I guess. And so, I mean, I haven't been into it enough to use a different email address. I just voted the one.
Yeah, I got about 10 different email addresses. I could have voted 100 times.
I think I got a couple too, but I'll just give my votes. I think I saw something on Twitter that people were using bots to vote for America or something.
Oh, America.
Yeah. I don't know. She has some fans. It's some people that really like her and Corey. So, and also if you think about it, if people only watch the show, they may be like fans of certain people that we kind of saw behind the scenes. Like especially Jag, he's got a good edit. Like him and Matt have gotten very good edits. They haven't shown how they've been dogging out the other players or how they've been like belittling them or even the people in the jury. Matt, I think. Oh,
can we talk about when Sari saw Bowie Jane and Jag saying whatever it was that they said, but it was towards Matt, and she went inside the house to tell Matt what they were saying, and she was just like, "Nah, you got to read into that." Do you remember that?
Was it on the show or was it?
It was on the show. Oh,
was it when just basically like they're getting close? You need to watch them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like I vaguely remember. I don't remember it that much, but I know what you're talking about.
It's just like all these different times where like people are coming to you and telling you shit that you really need to pay attention to, but you are just so in the sauce that you can't smell nothing else.
Yeah. And that's to me. I mean, of course, outside looking in, you're just like, oh, it's obvious. And I know people say it's different actually in the house, but I don't know. To me, I would at least in the back of my mind be like, okay, I hear you. I'm gonna keep my eye on them and notice different things. Like, okay, I noticed that too. Okay, I see that. But it don't seem like it's even with Blue. I think it was Blue. Several times people have warned her of things, and she didn't heed any of them, and she's in the jury house right now. So, but yeah, they stretched this. Big Brother said couldn't stretch it no more. We stretched and stressed. No, I ain't stressed, but I'm stretched. I've had enough.
Yes. I'm so glad. I think maybe about 2 weeks ago, I was just like, it ain't over with yet.
Right.
It ain't been 100 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, please don't do this again.
Today's 99. Tomorrow.
Just go to 90.
Right. Because that's the thing too. Like Jag, they would say like he broke the record, but is it breaking the record when you got an extra 20 some days? I don't know.
When you got an extra 20 some days.
So like
you mean because he was voted out?
Well, no, not voted out. Well, I mean, and that, but like if the normal season of Big Brother is what,
Oh,
70
okay.
days, and somebody wins 6 competitions, but you got 100 days and you win 7, does that, I don't know, does that put you in the record books? Did you hear something about a winter Big Brother season or something?
I have not. Do you
something
think it would be Celebrity Big Brother, where it's like a month or something?
Well, I think what I saw it was they claimed Taryn was going to be on that season of like I don't know if it was Secret Big Brother or something. I don't know. I'm not Secret, but Winter Big Brother. I don't know if it's Celebrity or not, but we'll see if it's actually true because they should announce it at the finale if it is. So we will see. But yeah, that is it.
Why Taryn? Where'd you get this from?
I just saw it on Twitter. It was like a post that people were sharing.
I would love to see Taryn in Big Brother.
Me too, to see how he actually played because it was something. Because I was like, was he on a season or something? But he wasn't. Oops, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, it would be interesting to see how you actually play in the game versus outside. You know, looking
commenting on it.
So much to say, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, well, thank you for talking this stuff with me, Big Brother, tonight. We got the finale, and we'll be back with Real Housewives of Potomac this weekend. So you guys look out for that.
All right. Until next time, y'all have a good one.